Welcome to Align to Divine. Well, that's a good start. Welcome to Align to Divine. I'm Tamara, and welcome to another fabulous night of free readings. We will see how that goes. I lost my signal pretty much straight away, so it's a good start. I will be doing readings tonight, as always. I'm just going to share this out into the world, as I always do, to make sure people know that we're live. See who's around on this fabulous Friday evening. Hi, Belinda. Thank you. Thank you. I'm growing it out. I'm growing out my grace. Sorry, I am trying to work out how I can fix this. Because I have been because I put links in, when it comes up on my screen now, it takes up most of my comments section with the links, and I don't know how to get rid of it, which is a little bit frustrating. Anyway, that is a problem for future me. How have you been? Oops. Sorry, I'm just trying to get myself sorted here. Hi, Christy. I will be fully present with you guys in 2 seconds. Just when I think I'm organized, I'm really not. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to start writing down names straight away because of my minimal comment section on my computer. All right. I might have to start not putting my links in the description of the live stream, which is very annoying. All right, Belinda, you are up first. And then we have Kirsty. All right. I am well, thank you. It's been a busy week. I had to my son had a accident at school last week, and which warranted a trip to the emergency room, and a cast on his wrist. And this week I had to take him back into the Children's Hospital on the south side of the river here in Brisbane, to get the cast changed over because it was quite swollen when we put the first cast on it. And the doctor took a look at the x-rays and was like, oh, it's actually not broken. It's I can never remember what it's called. It's like it compressed the bone instead of breaking it. So he doesn't need to wear a cast for 6 weeks. He just needs to wear it's a buckle injury. There you go. He just needs to wear a brace on his wrist for 3 weeks, and no soccer for 6 weeks. He broke it. He hurt it playing soccer. So that was good news. He's happy. I'm happy. The brace is removable, so he can shower without a plastic bag over his hand. And he can clean underneath it. And yeah, it's been some good news for us this week. So She Rises is out into the world as well. If you have seen any of my advertising for that, She Rises is my new free 3-day challenge from survival mode to self-discovery. And it is a three-day program where we look at somatic exercises and nervous system regulation, and tools to help your body and your nervous system through your healing process. That's day 1. Day 2 is we take a look at things like anger and shame and the victim mentality, all the things that we as women hold on to. And then on day 3, we look at who we are underneath all of that, who we are underneath our roles, who we are underneath the stories, who we are underneath the anger, I suppose. So that is free. It's running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Monday at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard, and then Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard. The link is in the description of this live stream, and it's also in the comment section here as well. So if you would like to join us, please sign up. The replays will be sent out, so if you can't make it live, you'll have the opportunity to do that as well. There will be a Facebook group, and you will have the opportunity to get access to it in the content library, so you can always come back to it. It is an opening into my 8-week program, which is called Homecoming, which is an extension of, so the 3-day challenge is it's a little snippet of what we do in the 8-week challenge, the 8-week program. And essentially what we do is we look at the roles that we play, everything that we've held on to, why we're so bone-tired all the time and things are so overwhelming and difficult, and balancing our masculine and feminine. There's a lot of nervous system work throughout as well. And yes, and to discover who we are. Like a lot of us get to a point in our lives. I remember a few years ago, I was getting in my car at the supermarket, and I was like, where the hell has the last 20 years of my life gone? Like I was just like completely dumbfounded that 20 years had gone by, and it was like I was walking around as a passenger in my body. So there was somebody else calling the shots, running the show. And that somebody else is the roles that I was playing: mum, partner, sister, friend, all of the things. And that was kind of, and I was like, I've got no idea who I am. I've got no idea what I enjoy. I've got no idea what lights me up. I've got no idea what makes me happy. I was struggling to feel joy in the world, in my life, in experiences. Everything just felt really heavy, and I was overwhelmed all the time and tired and all the things, and that really did tiptoe me into my journey of I guess healing from the inside out, as opposed to understanding and logic and all that sort of stuff. It was okay. Everything that I need to release is actually stuck in my body. So, in order for me to get to where I need to and to not be stuck in this spot, that's where I needed to start. So, everything that is in my 3-day challenge, as well as my 8-week program, it's trial and error. It's everything that I've learnt, over the last, I want to say 10 years specifically, but it's over my whole life, 10 years specifically, and more so in the last few years where I've really put things into practice. So, if you are interested, my passion in this world is to support women in not putting up with less than average, and not feeling like they have to put up with shit because that's what they need to do in order to receive love or to be seen, or not even to be seen. So, and I really want to be able to empower women to see themselves as they really are, not through the lens of everybody else, and to be able to live from that space. That space of peace and joy and love and passion and excitement and all the things. Okay. That is me talking about my 3-day. That's where I started. That's where I was going with that. All right. So the link is in the comments. It's also in the description of the live stream. If you would like to join us, please sign up. Where was I going next? Every single Monday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, I do a free breathwork session via Zoom. I wonder if I have access to the link for that right now. Yep, got that one. So every Monday we do a free breathwork session. It is between 20 and 30 minutes, depending on what is being called forward. It's different every week. We work with the elements: fire, water, earth, and air. Right? To create a consistent practice. Because the nervous system is not one and done when you've been living in fight or flight for a very, very long time in survival mode. It's not just a matter of doing one breath work and thinking that that's going to help lower your cortisol and regulate your nervous system. It is consistent practice. showing up for yourself over and 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 over again. So that's what Mondays are for. Monday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I will pop that link in here for you as well. Oh, there's my pussycat. In search of the children. Hi, Amber. I'll pop you on my list. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening. As you most probably already know, thank you. Thank you. So, I've noticed this is going to be really random. I'm a Leo rising, and there is an astrological something that means that Leos are really stepping into their natural nature at this present moment. And I've really noticed over the last few days a softening, I guess, almost. I had a compliment the other day about my smile. It was random, which was really lovely. So yeah, thank you very much. That's where I'm going with that. Thank you very much for your beautiful, kind compliment. I gratefully receive your beautiful, kind compliment. All right. So I'm here every Friday night at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I start at 6 and I usually finish around 7:15. I like to talk for the first 15 minutes and then do an hour of readings. If you think of anyone who might like a reading tonight, please feel free to tag them in the comments or share this live stream out to your people. I make a list and I read from the top to the bottom. If you would like to make a donation, there is a donation link pinned in the comment section here or in the description of the live stream. You can donate as little or as much as you like, and all donations are gratefully received. But if you do make a donation, you get bumped to the top of the list and I read for you next. So that option is there for you also. And I read from 7 till 7:15. So I get through as many people as I can. Excuse me, it's a bit of a quiet Friday night tonight, so we'll get started. Belinda, you are up first. Okay, for those of you who don't know, my cards all live on a shelf over here. That's why I often go, what are we going to do? Okay. Oh, already yawning, Belinda. All right, what does Belinda need to know today? Ooh, okay, well that's interesting actually. So, actually, before I show you that, as I was shuffling, I was getting this sense of frustration almost, that it feels like for you, nothing feels like it's changing. Even though lots has changed and you are changing, you feel like you're not. You feel like you're not changing. There's not enough of a noticeable difference for you to be able to go, okay. from your perspective. I really want to make that clear. That's from your perspective. So I don't know whether there are things that you've been wanting to do that you just haven't allowed yourself to, or if there is some workshop or some kind of healing, something that you get excited about but then don't end up showing up, or I'm not sure where that is, but there's shame underneath that. Feeling like you should be further along, feeling like you should be doing more work, feeling like you should be not stuck in the same repeating pattern. Yeah. So your card is grow beyond shame. And I feel like it's important that you know that you are doing the work just by setting the intention a lot of the time. I know when I run a course, as soon as you say yes to signing up to that, then you step into the energy of it, and it already starts adjusting. Your energy starts adjusting to whatever it is that you're learning or about to learn. All right, you're still stepping into the energy of it. And a lot of the time we're taught, or we're told, should I say, that, you know, and I do it too. I'm the queen of homework, right? But we're told we should be journaling, and we should be doing this, and we should be doing that. And sometimes it's just not the way that we work. Sorry, I can hear myself. It's just not the way that it works sometimes. I had a conversation with Lisa earlier this week. Was that earlier this? Yeah, that was on Monday actually. About how we have all this expectation, and we think of all the things that we should be doing, and actually we know what we need to be doing, but there is something within us that won't allow us to take that step forward, to be able to make that commitment to ourselves, right? And it really is about how we feel about ourselves. And a lot of the time it's self-punishment, or it's, lack of self-respect, or those kinds of things, right? So I want you to put down your shoulds. There you go. I want you to put down your shoulds and find a place of acceptance within you that you are exactly where you need to be right now. And anything that you do, it going forward is a gift to you, whether it's how you think it should be or not, is a gift to yourself, right? And sometimes doing the work is just going outside for 5 minutes and feeling the sun on your face. Sometimes doing the work is choosing a healthier option for yourself, right? Sometimes doing the work is sitting down and journaling, right? Everything that you need, everything that you desire and require is already within you. But it's the shame. The shame stands in the way. Oh, we've got move beyond sabotage. That's interesting. What else we got? Befriend your inner child. And understand your karmic lessons. All right. So again, this is passed down, right? And it's lessons learnt as a child, lessons and beliefs that you've learnt as a child that are creating the shame and the sabotage. So it's about diving a little bit deeper. If you've got the opportunity to sign up for the 3-day challenge next week, I highly recommend that you do that. because that's what we do. We get to the core. We get to the core of we are honest with ourselves, right? It's about being honest with ourselves, because we're pretty good at gaslighting ourselves, especially in this day and age. So you may feel that you are stuck right now, but excuse me. But essentially, you are just shifting. There was a lunch I would have loved to go to, but have missed out on. I wasn't sure if I would fit in. Doesn't matter. You're not going to know if you don't go, right? And sometimes you've got to fake it till you make it, right? Sometimes you've just got to show up. If you're stepping into a new environment, you get to choose how you show up into that environment. These people don't know you, and if it doesn't work for you, then you can not you don't have to put yourself back in there, right? So try not to hold so much of an ideal on what people think of you. Because as I always say, there are 8 billion people in the world. There are 8 billion people in the world. If the people that, if you find some people that don't mix with you, then that's perfectly okay, because there are many, 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 many more people to choose from. Yeah. You don't have to mold yourself to fit into an environment that is not made for you. But you'll never know if you don't go. You'll never know if you don't show up. All right, and that is the gift that you need to give to yourself. Yeah. Whatever it is whatever it is. This is one of those moments where I can feel spirit tapping me on my shoulder as well. Funny. The inner child is important. It's important, and it's loving you like you are the child. There's some internal dialogue for you that that is not very kind, and you need to flip a perspective here and can ask yourself, would I say this to a child? Would I say this to a little girl? Because essentially every time your inner critic speaks up, that is who she's speaking to. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Right. I can't believe I got that out. All right. Thank you, beautiful Belinda, for allowing me to read for you and for showing up and for all of your support here at Aligned to Divine. I love having you in my space. So thank you so very much. All right. Christy, are you still here? Just want to make sure I haven't missed anyone. All right, if you are here, say hi. If you'd like a reading, pop a yes, please, in the comments. If you would like to make a donation, the link is in the comment section here as well. All right, beautiful. Christy is here. Yeah, I think we put so much pressure on ourselves, right? There's an expectation. And then when we don't meet that expectation, then we badmouth ourselves. We put ourselves down. And it's so unnecessary. And it's not true. A lot of what we tell ourselves is just not true. All right, Christy. What cards are we going to use for you? break it. All right, Christy. All right. We have replacing what was lost. So the first thing that jumped out at me for this card for you was the pink. The pink, the heart, the love. Replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Replacing what was lost. Enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Interesting. Unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. All your prayers are answered now. And the card on the bottom is seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective. So this actually feels like for you, Christy, that you don't need to be in the struggle anymore. It's time to step out of that struggle. That's that survival mode, or the feeling of struggle. Okay. Can we still go to the shops later? Yeah. Sorry. She's not well. My girl. Okay, sorry about that. Replacing what was lost. So I don't feel like it's lost for you, Christy. Or actually, the replacing what was lost is you reclaiming those parts of yourself that have felt lost for, I want to say, decades, like a really long time. I want to say that you've been walking that path of juggling everybody else and being responsible, making yourself responsible for everyone else. And now it's the time to bring the focus back onto you. And I do feel like the last probably 6 months specifically for you may have been pretty big, like pretty massive in the letting stuff go, changing the way that you work around things, setting boundaries. Like you've really been taking the steps to make the changes that your heart yearns for, to bring more love into your world. And I want to say it's not love for everyone else or for anyone else in particular. It's bringing love into you and then being able to shine out into the world, that love out into the world. I do want to remind you that you need to stop being so hard on yourself. And sometimes you just need to stop and take a breath. Sometimes you just need to stop and reset because you get a little bit singularly focused on one specific outcome or one specific goal. And you need to take a stop and take a breath and widen the perspective, widen your view of the world and what's happening and what's going on. Because when we get singular focused, we get tunnel vision and we miss all of this glorious stuff on the outside. And look for the joy. Look for the joy in each moment. Oh, I was talking about this on Monday as well. I want to say a few years ago, but it was more like 6 years ago. Christy says, it has been a big 6 months, lots happening, supporting others, not looking after me, but I've started to put boundaries in place. It all resonates. Perfect. The boundaries are necessary, and I feel like this is a pattern, like this has been going on for more than not just the last 6 months, right? You've always supported others. You've always been the one that supports everyone else. But when you need the support, people don't show up for you. But you don't show up for you either. I lose myself trying to help loved ones I ended up putting in more than they do, and I empty my cup dry. Yes, and you can't do the work. You can't do the work for somebody else. And even as much as you want them to, you can't do that. You can't change things for them unless they are ready to change. And even then, they're the ones that have to make the changes. They're the ones that have to do the work. And it's hard. It's so hard watching people that we love suffer. A lifetime of patterns. Yeah, but we're breaking patterns now. We're breaking those chains. We're stepping out of that now. And it's a muscle. Like it takes practice and finding that strength within to be able to say no instead of always saying yes. To allowing what it essentially is when you take the step back from making yourself responsible for others, then they have to be responsible for themselves. So instead of you feeling guilty for not helping, I've said that word a lot today. It's about knowing that you removing that responsibility is actually a gift to them. You are gifting them the opportunity to be responsible for themselves. And we don't get to control how that looks. And sometimes they need to hit rock bottom in order to find a way through. You can't carry that burden. You can't carry that for everyone else. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that suffers. You're the one that suffers. So now really is the time for reclaiming your power. If you have the opportunity to do my 3-day challenge, I highly recommend that you do it as well, right? Or sign up and get the replays if you can't make it. You can't help others unless they want it. Help is not helpful unless it's asked for. That's what I used to tell my kids. Help is not helpful unless it's asked for. It's funny. Sorry, I hadn't thought about that in a very long time. So, what do you need to do to make you a priority for you? And often, here's another little truth bomb. Often, when we make ourselves responsible for everyone else, then we don't have to be responsible for ourselves either. We don't have to worry about making decisions for ourselves. We don't have to worry about failing or things like that, right? We get to say, oh, I couldn't because I was doing this for somebody else. Yeah. But it's not the way we want to live, because inside of you, you have this amazing power and light that that the world needs, yeah, but from a place of, from a full cup, yeah, yeah. Yes, I don't like being responsible for myself and having to look at my own issues, so focus on others. Truth. We can know that it's not healthy. Why is the question, right? Why? What I also want to share with you from my years of experience is that I was just thinking about this the other day, how nowadays, if something needs to be done, I just get on and do it. But 5 years ago, 10 years ago, if something needed to be done, it would, oh my God, I would be so, and if I would feel anxious about it, then it would take me, I would like leave it right till the very last minute. And even then, put myself through all of that anxiety and all of that sort of stuff. When really I could have done it within 5 minutes of it needing to be done and not had to carry that around with me, right? But there's a point. There's always a point. So I was the same. Didn't want to take responsibility for myself, because then I would have to look at the things that I didn't want to face, right? But that's what we have to do. The integration of the shadow, those parts of ourselves that we don't like, or those experiences that have created who we are, right? Sorry. Hi, Amanda. Not see you deleting your messages, your comments. So I didn't want to look at that part of myself, because there was a lot of shame around that. There was like, I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person. If I admit that about myself, then I would not be a nice person. And I can't not be a nice person, because then people won't like me, or people will leave me, or whatever the story is, right? And so I didn't want to deal with my stuff. But you know what happens? Your stuff compounds. It gets stuck. It gets stuck in your body, right? And then that's what you live from. That's the space that you live from. So I can guarantee that facing those things that you don't want to face is and dealing with that, right? Yes, it might be uncomfortable and unpleasant for a short period of time, but it is nowhere near as bad as just living with that shit and not facing it, because that's the space that we live from. Again, please sign up. Please sign up. This is what we do. This is what the 3-day challenge is about. This is what my program is about. My 8-week program. I give you the tools from everything that I've learned. I have a PhD in life experience, right? And I'm a firm believer that we live what we're here to teach. So I can help you with this. I'm actually very passionate about helping women with exactly this. Now, you don't need to be carrying that stuff around anymore. The judgment is not necessary, because under all of that, right, is when we are making ourselves responsible for everyone else and doing all of those things, it's so that we can receive love, to not be rejected or abandoned or whatever the narrative is, right? But it all starts with us, because that's all the things that we do to ourselves. We're rejecting ourselves, we're abandoning ourselves, right? Sorry, distracted by comments again. So and all healing starts with, or comes back to, finding within ourselves what we're missing, that we're seeking outside of ourselves. Yeah, it's the not you complete me, it is I complete me. Yeah, you already have everything. We're just not taught. We just don't know, right? We're taught by all the other people around us, when really everything you need is in here. And if you can find that space of love within yourself, for yourself, then you won't be seeking that outside of yourself. You won't be putting yourself on the line to be able to receive that from outside of yourself. All right. It's funny because I've just been like, I'm a bit nervous about running my program, because it's my first time. And even though I'm really passionate about it, there's still that internal dialogue that, like, you don't, what do you know? What are you talking about? And then I get on live stream and I'm like, this would be perfect. This would be perfect. I do know. And this is a great example of showing up and doing it even when you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Okay, Christy said, so annoyed. I've started putting boundaries in, learning to say no and learning to fill my cup, but it's a massive work in progress. Yeah. And that's, we're always doing the work. The hard bit, and, it will always come back to how you feel about yourself. Hi, bros. Amanda says that's the best answer, PhD in life. Yeah, I have a PhD in life experience. That's my qualification. All right. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Christy. Thank you. I know we start with the cards and then we go off on a tangent, but everything is exactly as it's meant to be. All right. And you have found your way here for a reason. You are here for a reason. So I'm very grateful that you have found your way here. And the link for She Rises is in the description of this live stream, and it's also somewhere in the comment section here as well. So okay. Amber, are you still here, darling? I'm going to have a drink. And I will write Amanda and Rose down. And you're not too late, Amanda. Beautiful. I see you. See you, Amber. Okay. Cards we're going to use for you. I'm a bit excited. I've finally got my business decal back on my back window of my car, my new car. excited. Spent some time out in the sunshine doing that today. Excuse me. So if you're in Brisbane and you see me driving around, please give me a toot or a wave. Might look at you funny, but that's okay. It will make my day. All right, Amber, we are using the Oracle of the Mermaid cards. Ooh, endurance. Keep going. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, whatever it is that you are, I want to say birthing right now, all right, keep going. Keep going. I feel like it's something that's been just kind of tottering along in the background, but it's something that you really, really want and something that you really want to bring into the world, right? And sometimes it feels like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or maybe even 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. I understand that feeling. But the step backwards are just, it's just room for more growth. All right. So every time it feels like you're taking a step backwards, you're really just clearing to upgrade. Such a weird word. To move, to level up, right? To create space, to expand. That's a better word. Expand. You're creating space to expand in order to do the next thing. Yeah, to take that 2 steps forward, next 2 steps forward, right? To take the leap, keep going. Ooh, energy field adjustment. Oh, that's interesting. So I actually want to say that most of the doubts that come into your existence are fueled by somebody else. Yeah, somebody else in your energy field that's planting those seeds. I'll look that up in a second. So just being mindful of who you're spending time with, being mindful of what people are saying to you, and actively choosing to not bring that into your energy. I don't know whether you've got an energy protection kind of daily energy clearing process that you do, but if you don't have one, I highly recommend that you do. I do have one, and I know that I've done it in a live stream somewhere, but I'm not sure which one. So I'll check for you and point you in the right direction. Or send me a private message with energy protection, and I will send you a link. That's a better way of doing it. I just want to do a little bit of a Google search because these goldfish, I just want to see what goldfish are out in the Google land. Wealth, abundance, transformation, and harmony. Doesn't get much better than that. So wealth and abundance, prosperity. So keep going. Do whatever. Just take the leap and put it out into the world. Birth. whatever it is that you've been creating, because it will attract a lot of people. Like, you're going to be able to do to help a lot of people with it, and it will create a lot of abundance for you in all forms, not just wealth. Okay, we have this card here, and I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce that. Imrama. Excuse me, I've got to sneeze. Wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. So every forward step that you take is that growth and that expansion for you, and it's stepping into that your future self. It's stepping into the person that you've always wanted to be, the person that you have been working towards, and the life that you've been working towards creating for yourself. And I feel like this is just a little reminder that every obstacle is an opportunity for learning, and it's part of the journey of the soul, right? So it's not just about learning in a logical sense, in a mind sense. It is a soul depth learning, so that you can make the changes that you need to, so that your life is constant soul growth. Yeah. All right. The card on the bottom. First thing I want to say is, don't feed the shadow, right? Don't feed the shadow. This does say experiments. And the first thing that comes to mind when I read the word experiments is, like, that's what this process is for you. It's experimenting. It's you've got everything that you need, but you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know what it's going to look like, and that's okay. That's okay, because it in itself will be in constant evolution and change and growth and movement. So it's not always going to look the same. Manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, arrogance. So just letting things be as they are, not trying to change it into how you think it should be. Just do what you know. Listen to that intuition, trust that inner knowing, and take the steps even when you feel like you're not ready, even when it feels really uncomfortable, even when you think you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you're talking about, right? Chuck a few dates on the calendar and put it out there. See how it goes. And it'll work because it's in the cards, right? Oh, I'm excited. If you want to share what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're working towards, that would be awesome. Also not necessary, but totally awesome. Okay, let's go back to my comment section here. You are so welcome, Amber. All right, Amanda, are you still here, darling? Can't see dots. Facebook keeps changing shit. And it's just very frustrating. All right, Amanda, if you are still here, give me a little heart, love. If not, I will read for you, Rose. All right, let's start with you, Rose. Amanda seems to have disappeared. Popped in, said hi. Okay, Rose. Excuse me. Amber says, I've had many things in mind that I've wanted to do, but just need to figure that out and take a leap. However, lots of other things currently are happening. Yes. You'll know what it is. I think you already know what it is. It's just getting lost in all those other things, right? And when you focus on that one thing, all of those other things will kind of come into it. Or be a supporting part of whatever this core thing is. I say core program. I was going to say core program, but whatever this core thing is, right? It is going to have all these other little things. However, lots of other things currently that are happening. Yes. Sorry, Rose, I will come back. Let me just see. Okay, Amber, so what I want to say is this is something that you do, that you've always done, that you don't feel like is anything out of the ordinary because it's just how you've always been and what you've always done. Yeah. Whether it be how you speak to people or whether, people just tell you shit. People just tell you random stuff that you're like, why are you telling me this? But you know that they feel safe with you and that's why they're telling you that, right? Whether you have a way with words so you know just what to say, or you know what questions to ask to get people to the point of resolution or release or whatever. And I also want to say that we who are here to create big change and big impact sometimes walk the hardest paths. No, we do. We walk the hardest paths, right? And again, we live what we're here to teach. So whatever, I know for me personally, having walked the path of low self-esteem, low self-worth, people pleasing, toxic relationships, all of those things, right? I can pick a relationship and whether it's going to work or not, and sometimes I can even give it a time frame, which is a bit sad. But I can't unsee it. Like I can't unsee women accepting like so much less than below average, right? Just to be able to be in that relationship or because of love or we love them or whatever it is. This person completes me. Oh, that drives me nuts. That drives me absolutely crazy. I used to think it was romantic, but now I'm like, that's not. Now that I've healed, so I can't unsee it now. I can't. I see women Like sometimes they say things and I'm like, but you matter. You matter too. Like don't you don't have to put yourself aside or make yourself smaller, all right, to make someone else comfortable or to make someone else feel better about what they lack, right? So I can't unsee from everything that I've experienced in my life and everything that I've learnt from that. I see it everywhere now. I see myself. I see myself as I was 10 years ago in women everywhere. And I know I have to do something about it. I know that's what I have to take what I've learnt and show women their own worth and show women that they have this incredible power within themselves and that they don't have to put up with bullshit. You don't have to put up with being made to feel like you're less than, or putting how you feel about yourself into somebody else's hands. Right. So you'll know because you'll start talking about it and you'll feel the energy rise and you'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And you'll be like, okay, this is what Tam was talking about, right? You'll know. And you've already been gathering the tools, whether you know it or not. Every time you've shown up for something, every time you've signed up for something, every time you've gone through that period of learning and growth within yourself, you've been gaining the tools, right? And with that, not only that, but with all the stuff that you have inherently been born with, all passed down through your generations, right? Because not only is not all family karma that gets passed down through generations is bad. We get gifts too that gets passed down too, right? And whatever it is that you are here for in this lifetime, it's because you were chosen. You were chosen as the cycle breaker or whatever it is by your past spirit ancestors, because you have the strength and capacity to be able to break that chain in this lifetime. All right. So I did pull out the life purpose, Doreen Virtue life purpose cards as well. Sorry, this is why I love what I do, right? This is why I love Friday night readings. So your card from the Life Purpose Oracle deck is Healer. Look at that. Makes me laugh. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Support. Your life purpose fully supports you. Your life purpose fully supports you as you support others. That's what I want to say. Oracle cards. So step into, don't be afraid to step into this part of who you are, because this is actually who you are. All right, this is actually who you are. But stepping into who we are is sometimes a little bit scary, because we've got all these other people around us who have opinions about who we are, or we have been a different version of ourselves through our life experiences. Yeah. Talk to your angels. So doing whatever you need to do to connect. Oracle cards are a great tool, but also meditation, grounding. I saw somewhere the other day this dude stands outside on the grass for 20 minutes just stands there, doesn't speak, doesn't move, doesn't, like, just stands there and stares for 20 minutes every day. I'm like, oof, that sounds completely amazing. I don't know whether I'd be able to discipline myself to be able to do that, but you get my point. You get my point. You're in the right place, Amber. All right, Rose, are you still here, darling? And while I'm waiting, just one more thing, Amber. You might not know what it looks like fully or how it's going to be. Like, I've been walking with this feeling for probably at least the last 3 years, right? Of collecting and building and even, I want to say at least the last year and a half, where I decided I was just going to go all in on my business. It's been a slog, right? Because I didn't know, I don't want to say it's been a slog, actually. It's been just growth for me. Because I didn't know what it looked like. And I didn't know how I would be able to share what I know. I didn't know how to translate those things of what I've always done, like how I've always been with people, into what it is that I do. But I've been collecting and growing and bringing things together. And it really is, that's why I'm so passionate about my 3-day challenge and my new 8-week program, is because I know that this is everything that I've been pulling together, building on, and it has form and structure now. And I know that I can teach everything that's in it from my experience, where I just didn't have the confidence or to be able to do that before, because I didn't know what it looked like and I didn't know my worth. I didn't know what it was that I brought to the table. I didn't have that clear understanding. So it can be, it's okay to not know. That's where I'm going with that. It's okay to not know, but you've got to keep showing up. Oh, sorry. Hang on 2 seconds. Hi. Hi, Ellie. I'm still live streaming. I'm still live streaming. All right. Rose. I'm just going to pull a few cards for you and then I've got to jump off. That's my children home, in case you're wondering. All right, Rose, you have the Magician that says, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. There's a lot of new beginning energy around at the moment. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Then we've got the 9 of Gabriel, which says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. Let me see what we've got on the bottom. Ooh, okay. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. So I hope that you've been listening tonight. Like, I hope you've been listening to everyone else's readings tonight, because I feel like there was a lot of gold in there for you. So choose. This inner child work is really important. Because the more you nurture your inner child, the more safe you will feel in creating the changes that you need to in order to be able to step into your new beginnings. And whatever it is that you have been wanting to do, now is the time. Stay determined with this. See, there's a lot of forward movement, new beginning, forward movement in your cards tonight. So, and the Magician. So you can create whatever it is that you want. All right. Sorry, I'm not going to go any deeper. I've got too many distractions around me, so I am going to jump off right now. But thank you so much for being here. I'm here every single Friday night, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And please join my 3-day challenge. It starts Monday, 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you cannot make it live, sign up anyway. You'll get the replays. You go into the group, and you can redo it every single time I run it, which will be a few times a month, because it is a lead into my 8-week program. My 8-week program begins, actually, I don't have the date in front of me right now, but we've got about a month before the first round of my 8-week program begins. So if that is something that interests you, please put please put homecoming in the comments here and I will send you a message. All right. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you all again next Friday night at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Big love to you.